Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today with Stamping and Crafting with Loretta. Today is number 7 in my Halloween card series. This will go in a playlist under my Halloween videos, so you can find it there for easy reference. Today's card uses some papers by Bo Bunny. This paper pack is a couple of years old, so it may be retired. So I'm sorry if you can't find that, but you can find Bo Bunny online. Just Google that. The cardstock today is from My Favorite Things, mftstamps.com. The stamps are from Your Next Stamp. The Action Wobble I purchased from Amazon, and I just purchased some more of those. You can buy them in bulk. I actually bought a package of 100, so I think I'm going to have the Action Wobbles for quite a while. This card took me about half an hour total to make. I kept the layout simple and just really had a good time with it. I used my Glue Glider Pro for the adhesive to lay down the layers, and I used a lot of mono in this project as well as glossy accents. To make the main image here, which once again is from Your Next Stamp, more dimensional, I actually stamped it out 5 times. I die cut the pieces first using my Big Shot machine, and then in just a few minutes here you're going to see me color the main image, which today uses not as many Copic markers as I usually use, but enough in YR07, YR09, C3, C4, and YG45. I also used my white gel pen. This one is a Marvy gel pen for this project. The coloring was very simple. I just kind of stayed in the lines and just colored it. I had a lot of fun with it. It didn't need a lot of shading. These colors tend to blend themselves fairly well, especially when you're going fairly quickly and doing a wet on wet application with the Copic. So it really turned out well, and I love the way it finished up there. I used that white gel pen to brighten up his teeth and give him some bright white toenails as well. When I go to do the layers on this project, I simply use my Copics as an outline more or less, so that as you look at the image from the side, once it's finished, you will see the layers, and it looks like that they're actually completely colored in when they in fact are not. So it is a great little cheat, and I could have even done it all in one color, but I did kind of stick with the colors I was using from the beginning with this card. Since there were 5 of them, I did color all 5 of those images in pretty much at the same time, so whatever marker I had in my hand from the last one that I colored, I used it to begin the next one, so that just makes the process a little bit easier, and it's something that I highly recommend. I hope that you are all doing well and enjoying some nice fall weather. It is beautiful here today. It has been raining all week, but I am so thankful that the weather has turned into beautiful, a little cooler anyway, weather. Here you see me stacking up those images to make it more of a dimensional feature, and next you're going to see me take that Action Wobble out. I do use the pop dot on top of the Action Wobble just so that it gives it even more dimension on the finished project. These Action Wobbles can be a little bit finicky when you go to peel their backing off, so just be patient and continue to work with them until you get the backing off. I just used a small pair of stork scissors that I've had in my collection since way back in the day when I did a lot of cross stitching, and I just love these little things. The die cut there is from Spellbinders, and I cut it once from a yellow piece of cardstock and once from a dark orange. I had considered sponging the edges, but since I didn't sponge anything else, I wanted to keep it consistent. And just using those two scalpel circles does add a little bit of interest. And it just kind of brings the focal point of that image front and center, and I like it. So here I am checking out the wobble to make sure that it does in fact flick, and you will see me do that a couple more times in this video. It wasn't sitting straight, so I actually used my undo solution, and our scrapper solution is that it's called these days, and removed that and then just replaced it on that action wobble. My Google eyes today are from the local craft store. They are 7mm eyelash Google eyes, and they are very inexpensive. So you see me applying those with a little bit of glossy accents. Now I'm going to use that white gel pen that I mentioned before from Marvy to add some more interest to my piece. I'm giving him some freckles, which I kind of went overboard with the freckles, and the little dots there. He looks more like a little monster with acne, but that didn't bother me in the very least. It just was so much fun to make this card. I am now going to cut the inside of this card, and it is a 2 standard, which the inside is going to be measuring in at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. But before I do that, I am stamping the sentiment, also from that same stamp set from your next stamp, onto a piece of Copa quality white cardstock. This is Expressive Blending card, and I cut that out with a pair of scissors, intentionally leaving it crooked so that it had a little bit more interest and it didn't look perfect. Things don't have to be absolutely perfect on a card, and sometimes it's more fun if they're not. So here I am placing down that interior panel, and I'm using scraps left over from the front of the card to finish off the inside. And that is pretty much today's card. We are going to transition here into the finished card. Here I am going to check that action wobble out one more time, and it works great. So in just a second here, you are going to see a better still picture of the finished project. And just to add some finishing touches, I do use some dewdrops from my collection. Those are attached to the front of the card, just using some glossy accents. And it was a great way to just bring a little bit more interest and balance to the card without doing too much to it. There is such a thing as too much, but it was a lot of fun, like I said before. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, thumbs up, rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my blog and my Facebook page. Information will be somewhere on this video or down below in the description box. Thank you for joining me. Stamp happy. Be a blessing. Always be kind to one another. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.